What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 1% podcast. Today, I'm here with Will and Hayden. So, this episode is going to be a bit different because I'm currently in control of the stream.
Mr. Producer.
Mr. Producer. So, yeah, I've just got to...
This pay's gone up now.
Yeah, so... we've had to fire our filmer for very different reasons, but we're in the midst of setting up a boxing match, YouTube boxing match. So,
Only one of you have a YouTube channel.
yeah, so basically if the cameras are a bit weird, that is why, because I'm in control and I've got, so the keyboard here, mouse here.
I personally think it'll be better.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
gotta,
gonna talk.
I gotta get used to like pressing and this is the middle one. Here we go.
I reckon
So-
it's better.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get to the point of the discussion. So today I want to talk about mental resilience. We've been on a long streak of talking about fucking like blue pill, black pill, and a bunch of autistic shit
And
recently.
like a lot of girls.
And a lot of girl relationship
women and
stuff.
shit.
So I'm a big proponent of ignoring that shit.
Because it's a
and
waste
getting
of
it-
time.
It is a waste of time.
Yeah, and just getting on the grind while you're young. So I want to talk about mental resilience. And I want to start a discussion by talking about like how kids are growing up these days and why that's a massive factor as to why everyone is so weak these days. So
Spoon-fed. Fucking spoon-fed. I don't think people are getting... They're not facing the repercussions for their actions as much as they should be. Like how when I was a kid, I got fucking smacked if I did the wrong shit. You know what I mean? Kids don't get smacked these days.
kids are not getting hit.
And that gets reflected in their behavior as they grow up.
I mean, I never got smacked, but I got taught if you want something, you have to earn it. I didn't get taught, like, I didn't get given shit. I just got, if I wanted something, I had to do chores, and I get like $2 for a fucking full day of chores.
Yeah, or if you get money at all.
Yeah, if I got money at all. Like, I just wasn't spoiled. You don't have to, like, necessarily get smacked. You just have to be taught the right shit.
Yeah, and like... Fucking kids these days. I remember... Did you ever hear about kids having an allowance?
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck was that shit? You just get free money.
Get
Like,
money
ridiculous.
for nothing. It's
Bro.
like, yeah, that's gonna do him well.
my like when I was a kid, my dad used to like he'd try and replicate the real world as much as possible, which I think was just so good because he'd like send us to at the neighbor's house or someone down the road and like they'll have a job for us. He'd be like, this guy needs his tree pruned, and then we'll go over there, fucking trim down the tree, whatever.
Yeah.
We get
He
paid
would
like
leave you with
$10.
no option either. He'd be like, I've told him you are coming.
Yeah. He'd be like I told
That shit was the worst,
I
to be
told
honest.
what's his name down the road that and we're like, fuck, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think more parents should do? I remember when I was in school thinking this was absolute bullshit, but now that I look back, I'm like, it's pretty good. Pay your kids off their grading. So if they get like an A, you give them $100. If they get a B, you give them fucking $75. I used to think that was stupid, but now I'm like, that's kind of like the real world. Because I think the reason why kids don't want to do school is because there's no reward. The kids just want shit. There's not really any reward to them. Like, they're not like, oh, this is good for my future. Because all they want to do is keep fuck around.
Yeah.
If you're paying them for their grades, they kind of like have something to work for.
It's kind of
Gives
like
them-
incentives.
It gives them work ethic, and it's also like the real world. You get paid for work.
But even in the real world, at work, it's not incentive based, and that's a big problem I have with the workforce. Is there's no incentive to work hard or go to the extra mile to get anything done. Like you'll notice the bosses will push and push and push for you to do this and do more, and you should be doing this. There is no incentive. This is what they don't realize. There's no incentive for these guys to do anything more because they're getting paid to do that. Like, why would they do more?
This was me in school.
exactly.
This was like me in school, and teachers used to get so angry at me because I'm not going to brag or anything, but like I didn't have to try to be able to get like A's, like 90%, 95% on all my tests. So I would literally ask the teachers which are the tests that matter and which are the ones that are just like practice or whatever. And I would literally only do the ones that would matter. And because like there was no incentive to do like the extra mile.
Yeah.
That's why I just didn't give a fuck. And even when it comes to jobs, like if I'm not going to get a pay rise for doing more responsibilities, I'm not going to fucking take them on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not incentive based. And employers just, they'll try to push for more and more and more, but like there's no incentive there. Unless you're going to fire the person.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I probably won't.
And they'll more times than not just work off of fear. Like they will tell you, oh, well, you might lose your job if you don't do this. And people don't operate well under fear. Well, maybe they might comply, but they don't.
They're gonna do
they
it.
don't-
They're definitely gonna do it if they're
Oh.
going off fear.
Fear-based shit works beautifully. That's how the whole COVID thing worked out. Just like, get your vaccine, wear your masks, or you'll get sick and your grandma will die. That was all out of fear, and people complied beautifully. Or like fear that you would lose your job. I had to get the jab because I didn't want to lose my job.
Yeah, you literally didn't have a choice.
You did lose your job though if you didn't get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I had.
And then
to
they
get
said you had a choice. And they said,
and then they just fucking. Oh yeah, no, you don't like now. It doesn't matter. Like it literally doesn't matter whether you got the jab or you didn't.
It is if you want to travel. If you want to travel, you still need to give you a certificate.
Yeah, but you just get a fake certificate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've heard these people that just get fake
Yeah,
ones.
didn't the leader say, "Oh, if you got the vaccine and you had some bad side effects, that's on you"?
yes.
Didn't he say that?
He did he said that exact words.
Who voted for that dickhead?
We didn't really have a choice. Like, it's either that or a bigger dickhead, you know what I mean?
Oh, I don't really know. I don't pay attention to that. I'd rather pay a fine.
For context, guys, the largest lockdown in the world was in this specific state.
Yeah.
We had the biggest lockdown in the world. We couldn't go outside. We couldn't see friends. We couldn't go to the hospital to see our dying friend. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever witnessed in society, I think.
I've never been more angry than that when we
Yeah.
couldn't see him that one time.
Yeah.
All we wanted to do was just visit, but we couldn't.
Like, I remember we rocked up and they said, "Oh, you can't go in." They're like, "Oh, why?" Because there's COVID in the building. Or like, "Oh no, we're vaccinated." "Oh, it doesn't matter." They're like, "Oh, it's COVID." It's like, no shit.
What's the point of getting
No shit.
vaccinated?
There's fucking COVID in the building. It's a hospital. Where do you go when you're sick?
Exactly.
And like, what was the point of getting the vaccine? Like, that was a big reason why I got it, because I want to see my friend while he's in hospital.
I wouldn't have got it.
And then we literally, we rang up prior and said, yeah, can we visit? We're vaccinated. I think we were double vaccinated at this point,
Yeah,
actually.
I had two.
I think we were all double vaccinated. Said, yeah, okay, got there. No, I can't do it. I'm like, fuck this shit, bro. Fuck this COVID.
Anyway,
shit.
let's step away from COVID
fuck
because that's how you get wiped off the face.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
how we
earth.
get banned, bro.
Can I say one story?
Yeah.
I always thought this was bullshit, but I found out it's not. So, this someone I work with goes to a school in like Wonthaggi. It's like real junky school. They said that in the disabled toilets there is a box of kitty litter for kids, for students who think they're animals and they piss and shit in the kitty litter.
What? Nah, there's
I thought that was
that's
fake. I heard
bullshit.
it. I heard the story of that happening. I'm like, there's no way. That's just some myth.
Yeah.
It's true. They walked in and there was just shit in the fucking kitty litter box.
people were using it.
People were using it. And they
What?
said there's like kids walking around with like ears and tails and then they just, I'm going to the toilet, walking disabled. Just like pop a squat in the kitty litter. That's real.
We
Well, I
need to
thought that was
craft
an
a
American
nuke.
thing.
We need to make a nuke.
Bullying needs to come back. I'm sorry. Bullying is good in some
Bro,
cases.
bullying is fucking amazing. I would still be the biggest fucking geek if I didn't get bullied out of it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's. I think bullying saves people, honestly.
Anyway.
Yeah, so the original point I was making was kids getting brought up soft these days.
Yes.
And like you said, allowances is absolutely crazy because that's all that is doing is teaching your kid that you get shit for free,
you get
which is
shit for
not
free.
which is not how the world works.
No.
I mean, unless you want to like get a sign and go on the side of the road and get stuff for free, but
Panhandle.
And I'll tell you what I found funny. So when you get brought up for like the adult world, like you get brought up with discipline and stuff like that, it makes the transition to adulthood so much easier.
It does.
Like when I was a kid, I used to hear these people that would, be turning 18, 19, 20, like complaining. Even now I see people, they sulk. They're like, I was never prepared for adulthood. This shit is so hard. Like, I want to go back to being a kid. I'm
I
like,
think it's hard.
this shit's fucking easy.
It's easy.
It's so
You
easy.
can do
I don't.
shit yourself. You don't
it's
have to
actually a
wait.
lot better.
I'd actually
Yeah.
prefer it than when I was like before I was 18.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason that is because I was brought up almost exactly for the adult world. Like I was prepared for it, and that's on the parents' responsibility. And a lot of parents, they just try to keep their kid in a bubble, and it's so bad, bro.
A lot of kids who are growing up like how you grew up probably don't like it. I remember you guys would always complain to me.
Hated it.
I didn't understand.
You're like, oh, my fucking dad's making me do all chores. And I used to be like, yeah, fuck that. But like, I look back, I'm like, I kind of wish I was like that as
Yeah.
well. Because it would have been worth it.
Well, this is what people don't understand. They're too in the moment, right? So they think my kid's complaining now. This is not good. Give him an iPad
Yeah.
or give him this. Like he's having trouble now, but they don't see past that to what it might be in the future. And that's what my dad had. Was he had that future tense mindset where it was like,
Exactly.
they're gonna hate this now. They might hate me now, but they're gonna like me in the future. And that is
Yeah.
exactly how it played out.
Yeah. I remember like when I was, how old was I? I think I was like 11. My mum forced me to get like a job. Our neighbor he didn't want to clean his car. My mum forced me to clean his car, and I got like maybe $10 every time. I remember fucking hating it, but it gave me a routine. I remember I would get home from school and I'd ride to the thing and I'd get my own money.
Oh, that'd be good for him. $10, you get your car washed every week.
Yeah, every week I would fucking wash his car. I was buying my own shit.
It's like a win-win almost.
Yeah, it was fucking easy. But
I want to just get onto the points that people want to know. So these are the questions that we get time and time again. So how do you work? How do you clean the neighbor's car for $10 without having motivation? So how do you get up and work without motivation? Because everyone's wanting to know how to get motivated.
You stick motivation up your ass and just do it.
Yeah, like...
Get on Ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Literally do that.
But motivation's rare, to be honest. Like, I'd say I get, like, in this motivation mindset maybe, like, once a week where I'm, like, just getting hyped and shit. But the rest of the day is, like, I'm waking up and I'm just like, fuck this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just get up and you just do it.
Yeah.
It depends what you define motivation as. See, this is where I have a big trouble with everything. There's all these buzzwords like motivation
Like,
or discipline or what it's like. What even is any of it, right? Motivation for me is like the scale of how much you want to do it, how much you feel positive about doing that thing. So, yeah, like you're right. You're right. It's a rare thing, but I'd say I'm motivated every day. Because I'm motivated to get to the end goal. And I think if the end goal or what you want to achieve isn't motivating you, then there's something fundamentally wrong. Or you haven't got a clear-cut, concise view of what you want.
Or you just don't want it bad enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like, you just don't... Like, and the worst... Like, David Goggins put it beautifully. I don't know what he said word for word. But it was just like, it's gonna suck. Like, it's gonna suck. Like, you're not gonna be motivated. It's gonna suck all the time. And he said, oh, well... You know, after I do all this, after I lose all the weight, after I do all the marathons, even if I'm not happy by then, at least I've lost the weight. You know, at least I've accomplished all this. At least I look good.
Yep.
Like, you trying, whether you're motivated or not, is always going to be a good outcome anyway. Like, it's always going to be better for you. I don't know. I just like to think logically rather than... Because if you're relying on motivation, that you're thinking emotionally there.
Yeah.
You're not thinking logically.
But also, if you want something really bad, you of course are going to be motivated to do it. But there will be things involved in that you will just be extremely And if you go off
100%.
motivation, that is when you'll quit.
That's so true.
And what I've found, if you start up being extremely motivated, when you start, you're going to have a down. But I've always found if I do it, even if I didn't want to do it, like I'm like, oh, fuck this. But as soon as I start, I have like an up as I go.
Yeah.
So I've noticed. It's like motivated, I'm up here, and then I start, I'm like, going down.
Dude,
but
start not wanting to do it, then see the results and let the results motivate you to keep going.
Like you have a way better day if you do something that you didn't want to do, and you actually completed it. Like you'll feel so much better. You'll be like you'll be really proud of yourself, and it'll make you do it more.
I'd say when you're in the depths of the task that needs doing, that's when you're at your most motivated. The hardest part is starting that. Like for example,
getting in the deep.
But I wouldn't say gym. I don't need. That's just like, you know, brushing my teeth. But the thing I dread a lot is scripting. Like scripting videos or even just like video editing. Like, this is so tedious.
Yeah, facts.
And the hardest part is that point where you're trying to start the task. You're trying to open the file and just start editing or just start writing.
The hardest point I'd say is getting in the deep workflow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you can't rely on motivation because I'm never going to be motivated to edit a video, you know what I mean? But if I'm towards the end of that and I'm seeing the product of what I'm creating and like it's a really good video and stuff, that's when I'm motivated. I'm like, just want to complete the fucking video.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of people just need to stop relying on motivation to start, and they'll just see the motivation come in once they've... That's the same with gym. Like, the first month of going to the gym is fucking dreadful. You're like, this shit is... What the fuck? Like, I'm in pain every day. I got fucking DOMs in all my muscles. Like, this is shit. But after a while, you fucking... Like, you love gym.
Yeah.
You love gym.
It's like... Also, if I backtrack a bit... You were talking about how people like kind of just want it to be easy, like they want the easy route.
It's never
but
going to be.
It's like then you will never appreciate the reward. It's just like when kids get free money and then they're just ungrateful as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like if you just got success, you woke up, you made 3 videos and had 1 million subscribers after that, it wouldn't even mean anything to you. It'd be like, oh, 1 million subscribers, okay. Well, I didn't have to work hard for that. That's cool, but you would not appreciate it as much or keep doing it if you just grinded it out every day for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
And if you keep doing things, even if you don't want to, I swear you get a bit of a immunity to that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like you don't really care. You just do it anyway. Like at the start, you're like, oh fuck this, but then at the end of it, you're just like, yeah.
It's part of being a man. A part of being a man is just like, you are not a fucking man if you can't just get up and just get what you need to do done.
Yeah.
Like, if you are still a guy over the age of 18 that relies off his feelings to do anything, and he wants that support from everyone around him, just like, you're a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. If I'm just going to put it like that, like, you are a bitch.
100%.
I think you're a bitch.
I think that's from boy to man, honestly. Like, because girls think emotionally.
Yeah.
Girls think emotionally. If you're in bed and you'd rather sit there scrolling rather than just being like, okay, fucking override that part of my brain, just get up and just do it. Like, I'll just do it. Let's say my mindset is like, I'll just do it for an hour. In my mind, I'm just like, I'll just get up, start doing this for an hour. And like, once you've done that, you just keep doing it. You know what I mean? You keep doing the hard things.
Yeah.
Because you've built up some momentum. Like, the hardest part is only just at the start of whatever task you need to do.
These same people that there's just lackluster and they don't get anything done, they wonder why they feel so shit about themselves and they have such little self-esteem. It's like, because you're telling your brain every day that you're a lazy cunt. Like, your brain thinks you're a piece of shit. No wonder.
You fail every test that life throws at you. Every second of the day there's a test, bro. You wake up, your phone alarm goes off. That's a test. Do you fucking restart the alarm for like snooze the alarm, or do you just get up? And then do you stay on your phone, or do you get out of bed? That's another test.
Yeah.
Do you hit the gym, or do you just stay inside and I don't know, it's a rest day. It's all just tests. All day you're getting tests, and every time you fail a test, like you said, that's you just telling your brain, yeah, I'm a failure pretty much because I keep failing these tests. It's like school. When you fail a test, you're like, fuck, I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
Same thing with life, bro. You're like, oh, well, I'm not good at life. Start winning the fucking tests, you know what I mean?
And then you get that momentum as well. The more you just succeed those tests, and then you start feeling very, very positive about yourself. You notice this. It's so obvious.
And that's when your wins, they start to stack up and they start to... It's like exponential growth because you start winning more and more and more. And it starts making you want to win at everything. And that's when people look at you and they're like, how the fuck are you doing all of this shit?
Yeah.
I can't even get out of bed in the morning. It's just because once you win, you're just stacking up wins. You know what I mean? It's exponential growth. That's why I think that, like, yeah, you just need to start. That's the hardest part. You just need to start.
So the original question is though, so like, how does one start without motivation? Like, put yourself in there, because this is what I'm always trying to do with these people that message me and stuff. I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, because obviously I've had years to build up the mental fortitude or whatever I need to get the shit done that I need to do. But what do they do?
They're too comfy, bro. Like, every time I found myself being complacent is when I'm too comfy. It's when my life isn't shit enough where I want it to change. You know what I mean? Like, the most motivated I've ever been to get out of a situation was when I was a bricky's labourer. Because my life was so shit. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here, bro. And if you're, like, for instance, like, you're just living with your parents, you don't have any responsibilities, right? Your life is fucking easy. You can wake up at whatever time. How the fuck are you going to be motivated? You've pretty much... Yep. You're living the life of someone who's already financially free, technically.
Facts.
You can pretty much do whatever you like. You're telling your brain you've already accomplished shit.
Yeah, that's so true.
Your life isn't shit enough.
Yeah.
So people maybe need to just make their lives.
That's why I got down here, but I've got a dot point down here. It was like, purposely do hard shit to tell your brain that you're in a sticky situation, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So because life is so fucking easy these days, and people don't want to say that, they say life's hard these days. I think it's never been fucking easier.
Super easy.
Like, anyway. But that's why you then have to train your brain that life is hard. So go hit the gym, go run, go do some weird CrossFit workout or some ice bath or something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Go put yourself in front of a camera. Go talk to people that you wouldn't be comfortable talking to. That's telling your brain that you're kind of in like a sticky situation and you got to get out. And then your brain will start crafting that motivation that you want, or that push that you need.
This whole
bro science, but I think it works.
This whole topic wasn't even a problem. It's only been a problem in the last 50 years.
Yeah,
we've only been this comfortable in the last 50 years to be at a point where we're like I'm not motivated enough to even do shit. Because 50 years ago you had to. You're enlisted to the army.
How?
Or you were like,
how do you become motivated?
How do you just...
Well,
you don't.
No, but I think the best way to do it is find something that's hard, but don't just do something that's hard that's pointless. Find something that's hard at the time but has a really good reward.
Gym, bro.
At the end
gym.
of it.
Gym.
Like, gym. Like, anything that is really hard at the time but you'll feel amazing at the end. Because if you're doing something that's hard and then it doesn't feel like anything after, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Of course you're not going to do it again.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do something where you feel really good at the end of it, of course you're going to want to go through the hell again.
I honestly think making videos as well is a very rewarding task when you finish and complete it.
Yeah.
And then you see like kind of what you're capable of, but it's kind of hard. You got to build up that skill.
With the also you like
yeah, some people don't. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I recently watched a David Goggins podcast talking about like exactly what we're talking about. And he's under the same kind of mentality. He's just so sick of these people needing these like this motivation or the discipline or whatever. And he said, whatever any of that means, do it. Like just do it. Just do it. Like just do the fucking thing. Whether you know that's a part of being a man. I don't care what you feel. You just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I've been at the lowest point of my life, and I still do the exact same thing.
Yeah, 100%.
I literally do.
Matter of fact, I'll do it more because I want to get out of that situation. The point where I started gym was almost like a breaking point because I looked all right for most of my, like I was very, very skinny, but yeah, I had like a 6-pack. I was like, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling too bad about how I looked.
It was just also an unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like when I started to like drink and I started to put on chub and I started looking really, really shit. That's when I'm like, damn, maybe I actually should hit the gym because I got to that breaking point where my life was really shit.
Yeah.
If your life's comfortable, you're never going to start, but
yeah.
Some people can't really control it. Like some people are in families or whatever where like their life's just brought up to be comfortable, and I actually kind of feel bad for those people. I kind of do, to be honest, because like what you're not going to get motivated to want to do anything.
And they're very lost, like
Very
purpose.
Yeah. I think gym is a great start. Gym's a gateway drug, because that's what happened with me. I started the gym, and then like because I started the gym, I'm like maybe I should fix up my diet, and then after I fixed up my diet, I'm like, maybe I should quit alcohol, and it's just sort of like a domino effect.
Yeah.
I think it's a great place to start if you're not doing anything. You know what I mean?
And like watching a lot of gym goers like on YouTube, they have a lot of money and they've all got nice as fuck cars.
Yeah,
like, I want that. I want a comfortable life, which made me want to start my own business.
Yeah, you can let that motivate you. There's no shame in letting like all these people
looking at other
flexing and
people and be
stuff.
like, oh, I fucking want
Like that
so
motivates
bad.
me sometimes, you know, but it's only short lived, obviously.
Even just hearing a car that is like a really nice sports car that's expensive, it's like, fuck, I want that. Like I saw a video of like these like two friends like just, you know, next to each other drag racing in their fucking and they're like our age in their cars. I'm just like I want that so bad.
Why don't I have that?
There are literally two people. There are people that look at that and go, oh, what a flog. Or, you know what I mean? And there's another guy that's like, has a fundamental understanding that he is the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
You're on an equal playing field and you can get that exact same thing. Yeah. It's like, that's what motivates me is knowing that I am on an equal playing field, if not a better playing field because of my upbringing, and that I can just do what anyone else is doing. Like some people have this idea that other people have better opportunities than other people.
Yeah.
That might like be correct for some certain like little, but it's just, everyone's in the same world. We're all living here and we all have the same opportunity basically.
Yeah. Like I don't really like it when people who like have less money and they see someone with a little bit more money and they're like, "Oh, he's got the upper hand. He can make a business easier because he has the money." It's like he probably doesn't want it as bad though because he has more money than you. If you have less money, you're going to work harder.
That's why I'm so grateful for honestly just having a rougher childhood than most people, or just, you know, not being like wealthy or like
I didn't get handouts. Like,
I would honestly fucking hate that. To be honest, I would hate being a rich family.
You'd love it at the time, eh?
Oh, you'd love it but like I said, like that doesn't benefit anything.
Well, kids don't really love it at the time because I remember growing up and we would have like sort of rich or middle class friends. We were flat fucking broke, right? Homeless and like we'd rarely have a stable house, and we'd ask them and they wouldn't be any happier than us really.
It's all baseline.
It's all baseline. Like they'd tell you this and I have this computer and this computer, but it's like they're not any more fulfilled than we were. You know what I mean?
If anything, I reckon they were less because when you
less
like,
grateful.
I remember like taking little things for granted. Like I'd be amazed by a fucking horse or some shit. And they'd be like, "Just a horse, bro. Chill."
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like I was happier by everything.
Because like if your baseline is set down fucking here, anything that's above that is like fuck yeah. But if your baseline's already here, everything else is just like it's just shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why, like, I think self-improvement's kind of funny because everyone wants to get to this end goal where they're waking up in silk sheets and driving a Lambo to work. But it's like, it's hard to go for a run when you're waking up in silk sheets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you're working all this time to get to an end point. That end point,
you're just raising the baseline, eh?
Yeah. So the question I want to ask is, do you think there is an end point where you know,
No.
do you think there's an end point?
No, if you listen to any podcast or interview with really successful people, they say the best part of their life was when they was just grinding for their goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
There you go.
I was just saying, like, their lives are more comfortable, but that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alex Hormozy said the best moment of his life is when he finally got to the 100,000 mark.
Yeah.
He's made 300 million now, and he said that was still wasn't. It doesn't. It's not even the same.
Yeah.
So he's made
facts.
millions, and he said when he made his first 100,000 or even like 10,000, he said he was like happier than 300 million.
100%. Like, I'm fully aware that at this point in my life now, as hard as it is, it's probably more like exciting and motivating than my life will be once I've just accomplished everything.
Yep.
Like, I can actually imagine it being a pretty empty life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's if you make it an empty.
But yeah,
You
but
make
that's
it-
if you get to a point you're like, I'm done now.
Yeah, like I see like people who've made it and then they just be like, oh, I just want to like make my money and then retire. It's like you're a dickhead.
retire?
You're just gonna
That's not
get
what men do.
depressed. You're just gonna get depressed. You're gonna
Yeah.
get overweight because you're doing nothing. Yeah, you might have a hobby, but it's like if you get to a point where your business is accomplished, you feel like you could not get it any higher. Either try and make it higher or start something new.
Yeah.
Always
Start
try
something
and go up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always say, like people who love the journey are gonna be more successful than people who love the destination.
Bro. That's why I'm trying to be just super grateful of just where I'm at and like how I'm progressing
Yeah.
and that I'm on the journey. But the most depressing thing that I think I've ever heard is, you know, the guys, they've been in the workforce for 40, 50 years.
Yep.
And their mindset the entire time is, I can't wait to retire.
Yep.
Once I retire, I'm going to be so happy. And they're just banking on that one day they get to retire. And then they retire and they get, well, yeah, they're almost dead. And also they've got nothing to do and they're just like empty. Like, what do I do with my day?
They're just twiddling their thumbs.
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories of people like can't wait to retire, and then as soon as they do retire, like their wife or their husband dies, or they get cancer or get sick and they can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you were just planning out your whole life for the last 10 years of your life, where you're
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
in a chair your whole life. Like fuck
Yeah.
that.
So the point I've got written here is embrace pain and have the understanding that there is no end point and it never gets easy.
Yeah.
And that's what I think you need to do.
That's why I think embracing pain, yeah, it's so good, because then shit doesn't hit you and you're like, fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, understand that
Like,
pain,
You're like, oh yeah,
that pain, adversity, and a shitty situation
all good
is
for you.
it's all a natural part of the human experience.
Shit
Yeah,
happens.
it's
Get
shit.
used
Yeah,
to it.
shit happens.
honestly, I get kind of suspicious when shit
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
happen
yeah.
for like a while.
That
I'm
is
like,
true.
when is something gonna like
Yeah.
when is shit gonna hit the fan? You know what I mean?
When you've had a good month, you're just kind of like preparing yourself
Yeah.
mentally. You're like, oh, something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Boom, flat tire.
yeah. Just some shit like that, bro.
Oh, flat tires like
Yeah, it's like fuck. Flat tire's gonna derail you, mate.
That literally
Fuck
happened yesterday, bro.
Yeah, so a flat tire shouldn't derail you, but I'm just saying like shit happens.
Yeah, 100%. But I also heard like athletes, like elite athletes, when they retire at like 30, 35, after that is like the most depressing life.
Yeah.
A lot of them get super suicidal because they don't have a mission anymore. Like every day was just wake up, train, you know, eat good. Like they had a mission and then it's just gone.
I think that a lot of guys in the military, when they come back,
Same thing.
that's why they're so fucked.
Same thing, yeah.
It's also because they've seen shit.
Yeah, yeah. I know they've seen
They've
shit,
seen their
but,
friend
but a
get
lot of it
blown
is
up.
like you think about how regimented the military is.
Yeah.
You can
So-
understand
so
why when they
disciplined,
get back, they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep the same regiment when they get back,
Yeah.
a lot of them.
But,
Same with jailbirds.
Do you guys get this? This is like ages ago when I used to be a gamer. Did you like love playing the game, but when you completed it, it would be the saddest day ever?
Yeah.
I remember when I completed GTA 5 for the first time, I
Yeah.
was actually upset.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I want to keep playing.
no more missions.
There's no, I've done the goal. There's nothing
Dude,
to do.
and think
then I
about
fall
it.
into a depression.
Because GTA is a simulated version of the real life, right?
Somewhat.
So you get all the cars, you get all the money.
You're slowly
and then
leveling up.
I feel like this is what I would do in the real life if I got to that end goal. All you do is just like drive around in the fast cars.
Yeah.
Just like empty, just like
Yeah, you're
mindless,
like,
just
what now?
driving around, and then you might just like hit a few people. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't stand like completing a game. I mean, that's why I don't really play them anymore. But
Yeah.
like,
Honestly, I can see myself. Yeah, like you said there, that's a good point. I can see myself like, yeah, when I can afford like the really good cars and there's nothing else to do, I'll just be driving around, bro.
yeah,
Like I'll
Just kind of just trying to looking for shit to do.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
amount of hours in GTA where I just be like driving, almost brain is turned off and I'm just like driving around, just like doing
Yeah, just
And then you might stop at like what was the place called? The shopping, either that, you buy guns, or you just go to a clothing place and deck out your character, get some new drip.
That's literally
which is like what rich people do, right?
Yeah, literally.
I always hear like rich people, they say it's like when they get to a certain amount, money isn't even a factor anymore. Like you can get literally whatever you want.
Yeah.
I just think, I'm like, to be honest, I don't even want that. Like
I
that
really
just
don't,
seems
yeah.
fucking empty. I always want to just like, you know, really wants shit. But when you can have anything, it's like, what are you working for?
100%. Oh, I got a question for you boys, right? So at this part that we're at now, what GTA mission do you reckon you're at? Like what GTA mission do you reckon you're up to?
I don't really
what part of the
remember
game?
a lot of them.
Hayden be able to answer this good, I reckon.
I reckon we're up to. Fuck, I sound like a nerd. I reckon we're up to the part where, Franklin is getting advice from Michael or something. You know when he first loses his repo job?
Yeah.
Right at the start, I reckon, because they're like just starting to make jobs and shit, get the money up.
Or like, what's the one slightly after that? Like the paparazzi? No, the one where Michael blows up the house. Like the
That's then.
Oh, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
when he pulls the thing down, that's then.
Yeah, the foundation.
Yeah,
of the
that's
house.
that.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
probably-
where we're at right now.
not really the same kind of journey we're on, but anyway.
Yeah. Let's just rob a bank.
Yeah. Anyway, the next point I had was have a true understanding that input is output in any circumstance.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people think it's down to luck.
A lot of people think it's like a genetic gift. Like they think, oh, he's born with more. It's like, no, he just fucking worked harder.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can have a better starting point.
Yeah.
Like I would say, I had a pretty good starting point with gym. But I'd say you guys have caught up because you work just as like harder, if anything.
Yeah, or I just started earlier because I was
Yeah,
just
that
I was
too.
more fed up with my physique than you. Like you weren't too bad, but yeah. But you're never gonna go wrong putting in the work. Like if you put in input, there's gonna be at least some, even if the benefit's not crazy or it wasn't worth it, you're still gonna be further ahead if you put in the work. Like like me sitting down and just making 10 videos. Oh, if all the videos flop, like at least I've learned shit. The videos are up on the channel. That input is always better than just not doing anything.
So input would be doing the work, output would be scrolling or just doing mindless consumption, right? So it's like every second that you are not, and we said it's exponential as well, so every second that you're not doing input, it's like just you're failing.
You're not getting any output.
You're not getting any output. It's like drive a car at 30 k's and hit a tree. Get in your car right now, start the keys and hit a tree at 30 k's, and then hit it at 100 k's. That's input is output. Yeah, no, it's a shit analogy. But
That's the worst analogy I've ever heard.
Yeah, kill
no, well, that is exactly input.
True, the harder you hit the tree, the more
chance
devastating
you have
the
of
impact.
dying.
I guess so, but you have to explain it for me because I was a bit slow.
Yeah.
Input is output. It's not rocket
I
science.
think like just making little improvements. I've got a fucking tattooed on my arm, bro. That's how much I believe in that. What's this Kaizen? It means constant improvement. It's just input output.
Reps.
It's like you can word it 100 different million ways, but like if you just put in the work, you're gonna get results.
I've got
a piss.
yeah, you're good. I've got outwork everybody. That we kind of just said that. How do you get clarity on the path to success? Now this is sort of related to how do I get the motivation to succeed, but how does one get clarity on the path to success? So people just don't know how to get to that end goal that they want. How does one find that?
Like there is like little physical things you can do, like print out a vision board or set your wallpaper or whatever. Is that super exposed? I'm like,
Yeah, you look like a ghost right now.
fucking hell, bro. That's crazy. It's getting better, but yeah. But like,
Why is it doing that?
I don't know. It's because the fucking sun is shining like crazy right now. Might be better. You can go intermission and fix the lighting because that looks fucked. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, go intermission.
Yeah. All right. So I asked Will. I said, "How do you get clarity?"
Oh, now you're frozen.
Oh, for fuck. Give me a sec, boys. Give me a sec.
The 1% podcast. No budget.
All right, I'm back. So, how does one get clarity on the path to success, Hayden? So, let's say someone wants success really bad. How does he get clarity on the path to success?
Like what he wants.
So, how does he know how to get there?
Research, I guess. Like, well, it really depends on what he's trying to do, because it's like it's knowing the steps. It's like why no one sticks to the gym, because they're walking around clueless as fuck. If you want to keep going to something, you have to know what to do to get there.
Or like what you actually
here's the thing, right?
What are you talking about, the actual journey, or like what?
Yeah, how does one get clarity on the journey to success?
Like stay focused.
How does he stay focused on the steps needed?
Set goals.
Yeah.
Like of what you know. That's how I found.
I'd say a practical step is fucking YouTube. People just forget YouTube tutorials exist, or they don't have the attention span to watch them. But it's like the amount of questions that I get in my DMs or in the comments, or people ask me in person. It's like, fucking look it up.
Yeah, that's
go
why I
on
said
YouTube.
research.
I literally everything I learned how to do, whether it would be on the podcast or the YouTube videos, editing, and
I reckon what's a
YouTube.
better option is AI. AI just says it straight
AI
forward.
these days,
and
yeah.
it's ChatGPT, and you literally, if you can't be fucked reading and you can't, it's like just say simplify and it will do it.
It's never been easier to learn, and like you said, I've never understood that when people ask you a question, like you're seriously gonna wait like possibly days for a response rather than just looking it up and finding out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to know mid-task.
I'm trying to know within seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Yeah, like you said, it's like with clarity, you can't distract yourself because like that's when I've noticed that you stray off path when you start to let other things get into your life that aren't on your mission. So hanging out with people that are doing different things is going to distract you and get your mind off your mission.
Yeah.
You got to center your life around exactly what you want to do. That's when you're going to have the clarity, you're going to have the focus, you're going to just be like on the direct path. You're going to be straying off in different fucking directions.
100%. I also had written down here, this is more a part of just becoming a man in general. This is set your boundaries to avoid people infiltrating your frame. So like you said, with people around you, set boundaries, right? Say, I won't put up with this. I won't hang out with people like this. I won't do this specific thing. I won't drink. I won't smoke. Because that's not who I am as a man.
Yeah.
And I think just men in general lack this, right? They just let life sort of blow them around and they'll do whatever.
I'll go with the flow, man.
I'll go with the flow. I'll do this. I'll do that.
Dumbest
It's
shit
like
ever.
if you're a man, you need to set boundaries of who you are internally and what you will not put up with or what you will not do.
And like get better with saying no.
That's it.
Like a lot of people couldn't say no to going out and drinking with their friends if they got asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like if you think about a man, right? And so becoming a man is about having a frame that you operate from.
Yeah.
A man is not someone that you say, will you do this? He goes, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I
100%.
guess. I don't know. A man is, you ask him, do you do this? No. Like, that's not who I am. I don't do that. Do you drink? No.
Yeah, like let me look
Why?
at my...
Why don't you drink?
Exactly, like let me
It's
look
not-
at my
not- not what I
checklist
do.
of things. Yeah. Like let me look at my checklist of things that I do and don't do. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. You know, some people just let the wind fucking blow them around and just go with the flow. I've always
when
hated
you
that.
have these specific things that you do or don't do, it's directly correlated with your success because there are certain things that will hinder your success and certain things that don't. So just have those boundaries set in place.
Exactly.
So that you're always kind of on the good side.
Yeah, and there are also people who lie about their actual interests and what they do just to like more fit in.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm talking about as well.
They literally not make up shit, but they kind of like change their look on stuff to kind of fit in more.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Yes, man.
it's a massive thing with like especially like the whole drinking scene in Australia. Like there's people I know who literally say they drink or like they go out just to get some.
Yeah.
You fit in.
Yeah, they make up and they don't be themselves just to fit in, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, that's like another thing that I really respect in some people I've noticed that they're very solidified in who they are.
Yeah.
And people ask them a question, even if it's not a normal thing to say, if it's what they are, and they'll just say it.
Like if for some people I've seen if they ask someone, "Oh, are you into this?" They're like, "Oh, kinda." Or maybe I'm like, "Nah,
Everything's like on the fence.
nah, I never watched that stuff, mate."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, what?" But some people are scared of what?
Yeah,
They're scared
yeah.
to be judged. They literally would make
100%.
up shit to not be judged. I'm just like, fuck no.
You know what's funny? You know how you said like that's a thing with men. Like, you got to operate from your own frame.
Yeah.
I find that funny because specifically women do this a lot. They'll just go along with whatever you agree. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because they're in your frame.
they're in your frame. So if you're talking about dudes that do that now, you're pretty much doing like, that's what women do. They fall into other people's frames. They fall
You're
into
a chick, mate.
you're basically a woman, bro. Like, honestly.
Even a lot of guys operate from the girl's frame, which is the
100%.
opposite dynamic of what actually works,
Yeah.
right? So
What is my
girl will
girlfriend
say-
like? I like
what is
that
my
too.
girlfriend- It's like the whole phrase that tradies will use, or blokes in general use, is the happy wife, happy life. I'm like, okay, so she controls you? That's like,
I get where they're coming from.
Yeah,
If
obviously,
you're
yeah.
if your wife's an absolute bitch, she's gonna
But
make
the-
your
but-
life terrible.
But they're a
don't-
bitch. No, but that statement in general is false. Happy wife is not a happy life because she doesn't know what she wants, right? If she's happy all the time with you, you're doing something wrong. I'm telling you are. Because she'll eventually get fed up of you being a pussy and of you being in her frame.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
Happy king, happy kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's facts.
Who did I hear that from?
Just claim it, man.
Nah, that was me. Yeah, that was all me. I heard it somewhere. I can't remember, but that's true.
Yeah, but just notice how all these guys saying that happy wife, happy life, and they do everything for their female, they end up getting
They're
divorced.
still not happy.
I'm like, well, this,
You never make
you're
your
miserable, cunt.
It is also somewhat true, but it's like, how are they making them happy?
Yes,
Are you
yes.
just simping for them?
Are they just doing everything? Oh my god, I'm sorry, dear. Or are they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
being
yeah.
like a dominant man and
Yeah,
being an
facts.
actual husband?
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I was trying to get to.
yeah.
All right, attract, never chase. What does this mean?
It goes for everything. Like, the same ones that you should have for women should really go for, like, life, business, all those sort of things. Become the person that attracts things rather than some desperate guy that goes out and chases after everything.
No blue pill. Or is that the pill?
It's sort of, it's a bit of a blue pill mindset, chasing after shit.
Like, I got it right, did I?
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you're not qualified for whatever you're chasing after. Like, dudes will be sweaty, skinny, fat, fucking neck-bearded retard, and they'll just chase after chicks that are just way out of their fucking league. I'm like, what is the point, bro? You're setting yourself up for failure.
Even if you're good looking,
Yeah.
don't just
And
chase
like,
chicks.
bro,
They will come
yeah,
to you
exactly.
if you have your life in order, because
Yeah.
chicks love someone who is stable.
Exactly. And the same goes for business. Like, these dudes that are so underqualified and don't have any real traits will just chase after these little money grabs like crypto or
Yep.
fucking shit
Facts.
coins and the
Shipping.
drop shipping, this SMA, this SaaS, this, all these business models, because they're chasing after the money. They need the money. I've fallen with this before. I've just gone in different directions trying to chase the money. But if you just do the right things, you become a person that's
Yeah.
knowledgeable, a person that's disciplined. It'll start to come to you.
Yeah, it's about the internal work that people need to do. It's all about who you are, who you become, which people just don't want to hear because, oh, fuck, what, I got to change the bloke I am? That's not possible.
Even in, like, when you, like, business relationships, when you meet other guys and you're trying to do business and they haven't put the work in internally, they don't have, like, for a start, they look like shit when they're trying to do business, or like they don't have the frame because they're just chasing the money and they're not doing anything to attract it. So, like, yeah, just get your shit in order.
Yeah, they're chasing the outcome.
Yeah,
Like, not the
yeah.
journey.
They're chasing the outcome.
It's like in business, if you go among the mindset of chase the money, try to find, get the money, you'll see very soon that your business will not succeed.
No.
Because when you get the money,
You want to attract customers, not try to fucking chase after them all the time because they don't want that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
that's
the whole cold
all about
cold
leverage.
emails and shit. Like, how long can you send out 1,000 emails a day just trying to chase up clients, trying to chase up the money?
yeah.
Like,
make it. It's like make an offer so good it's hard for them to refuse. So you're pretty much just like, they come to you because it's like, wow, this is amazing.
100%. And like with Sam Sulek, do you think he's chasing after subscribers, chasing after viewers, chasing after
No,
money?
he's attracting them.
He's just attracting them by having such a good, like, personality, and he just seems so likable. And people are just, well, even that, yeah, like,
I'm kidding.
yeah, well, the steroids too, but like, people are just, they're attracted.
Take
to that.
steroids and attract muscle.
Yeah, they're just like, but people are attracted to that because
Yeah.
he's not chasing after. He doesn't seem desperate for the views. He doesn't seem desperate for the subscribers.
Yeah, like those people at the end of the videos be like, subscribe, comment. Like, I fucking can't stand. I understand. I understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to get people, but it's just like, shut up. You're making me not want to subscribe.
Yeah.
Or it's like all these business guys these days they're making content for the sake of money, or they're making content for their business.
Yep.
Like a lot of these just these marketing agencies, and they're just fucking littered everywhere. It's utter cancer, bro. I fell into this
bro.
like on YouTube a while ago, where it's like I was just getting recommended this shit, and they're just no views, no attention. The only comments are like "shut the fuck up," because they're just trying to chase up money from their
People can
viewers.
feel it. People can feel it.
What's the content?
You probably haven't seen it. It's sort of like, it's the typical shit like when people start up a little business like an agency or it's not so much drop shipping, but more
SMMA,
like
marketing
SMMA.
agency.
But they'll just make these reels, they'll get them edited overseas, get them back, and they'll just pump out just this shit content. That's pretty much just asking for money, really. Like, join my agency, I'll send you the blueprint, or like selling courses, for instance.
Yeah.
Like the course selling
I
fucking
fell into
skinny
that.
fat dogs, bro. They'll just, because they're trying to chase the money. Nobody gives a fucking solitary fuck about the videos.
The best people who do that is like Mr. Beast and Alex Emoji.
Yeah.
They just make content that people like.
They
and they'll
just make
they'll
shit.
go
They're
to.
doing the same thing. There are people that make content that people want to watch. They're doing the same thing, but just have better results because of it. They have a marketing agency, but they're making interesting videos.
Because they're trying to they're attracting that. They're not chasing after the money. Because if you just think about the money, you can't make good things. You can't make good content, for instance.
Yeah.
And I swear, when you're all about the money, you're rushing. You don't look
Yeah,
at
you
the
are.
product
Yes.
like properly, and you don't get it to its perfection. Because you're like, I just want to fucking get this done and make money.
Yeah.
Like you're rushing it too much.
Exactly. And your brain gets fogged up with
Yeah.
just the outcome.
You want to be in love with the product and making your customers happier, not the actual
Yeah.
money part.
It's
Because
like-
money will come.
Yeah.
It's just
It's like almost the exact same thing with women. Like, you just seem like a desperate loser if you're just focusing on getting the pussy, rather than becoming the man that attracts the pussy. Or like, if you think about it with the content, like, you're just making content that people want, become the man that women want. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just chasing after it. Like,
Facts.
it's the same fucking concept.
All right, the next point I've got here is learning to let go. Do not try and control the uncontrollables, which is a part of stoicism, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like how I ran over that nail yesterday. I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, fuck. And I'm like, bro, it's like, what? It's nothing you
I
can
know,
do.
I do understand. I don't understand that. Like, most things that like hit me, I'm just like, oh yeah. Most people would crumble, bro. Like most people just they shit the bed and fucking.
And this is more of a habit that I think is important to get into, is like, just because otherwise the simple life things will crush you. So it's like the things that you can't control, let it go. Doesn't matter. Everyone's
gonna do about
experiencing. What are you gonna do
Yeah,
about it?
what can you
What can you do?
Yeah.
That's like the phrase. Yeah, what can you do? It's like you really have to just understand that, and then you can focus on the controllables and control the controllables even more. Right?
It's like a logic thing. It's like the sooner you get over it, the sooner you can just continue to, get back to what you were doing. I think it's pretty obvious, to be honest.
yeah. Ashwagandha.
For people with triple D drug use.
All right. So the next one is, Will might understand this one more than Hayden. Come to terms with reality. Step away from the blue pill.
No,
Oh.
I get that.
Yeah,
So stop fucking just believing in this delusional bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that people tell you, that normal people tell you, people that don't have what you want, just stop fucking listening to that shit.
yeah.
Exactly. It's like
100%.
stop listening to a poor person that
Or like,
financial advice.
Yeah.
like what you feel deep down you think is right is usually
Right.
the truth.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, guys would be like, guys that don't deserve a loyal girlfriend, to be honest. Like, guys that just don't do anything. Like, their woman is gonna cheat on them because they're not
Yeah.
a good boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
So in their head, they're like, she'll never cheat on me. She's loyal. She's the one. Blah blah blah. Deep down, they know
Yep.
she's most likely to cheat on you, leave you, blah blah blah. But they've just let this fucking more ideal reality cloud their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the blue pill is basically just
Delusion.
it's delusion, and the blue pill is to make people feel good in the moment.
Yeah.
But as a man, you do have to come to terms with the reality, the competition, everything that's happening in the world, because it was Jeff Bezos that said, the more grounded you are in reality, the more successful you'll be. That was his number one tip, he said.
100%.
So that's just being logical.
It's hard in this day and age because we're just fed lies.
Yep.
But Just stick to your guns. Stick to what deep down you know is right and what is true.
I mean, if you think about a masculine man, right, or every masculine figure that we've had in our life, he doesn't give a solitary shit what anyone thinks about his opinion, but he'll just say it.
Exactly.
It just does.
100%.
And everyone's like freaking out, like, oh my God, but deep down they know that's the truth.
100%.
All these blue pill fucks, they know the truth. And even if you, and when you say the truth, you can see the little twinkle in their eyes that they know.
Yeah,
They know.
100%. This is why I love First Man so much, because like you couldn't do anything to get him to, I don't know, change up his opinion or not say a certain thing. Like whatever he believes in, he says on camera, and that's what I respect about him. He wouldn't.
a bit of stubbornness.
Yeah, he wouldn't switch up for the fucking world,
And bro, that's rare these days. How rare is that?
bro. It's so rare because people are just brainwashed, bro.
All right, the next point. Nothing. So the nothing matters mentality. Understanding how insignificant everything is,
Yeah,
and that death is inevitable.
we live on a spinning rock. Really, like there's 8 billion people, and people think everyone cares about them.
Yeah.
It's a massive thing if you're trying to make content. You think people are gonna like. That's the biggest thing that stops people from making content. Is like, what will people think of me?
Yeah.
No one's thinking about you, bro.
It's also the biggest one.
No one gives a fuck.
In the gym, like if you're like,
Yeah.
people look at me, it's like they're not gonna look at the most normal looking cunt in
Yeah,
there.
literally,
They're
bro.
like, no one gives a fuck.
And even if they are, right, this is the mentality I have. No one probably gives a fuck, but even if they do, why does that matter?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
People look at you like, oh,
You're
Yeah.
looking at people.
cool. If you're noticing they're looking at you, you're clearly looking at them. So they might be thinking the same. They're probably looking,
Yeah.
why is this fucking little cunt looking at me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It goes, you can sort of grab this idea and use it to your advantage. It's like, this is literally just a game, and I think a lot of really famous people just play life as a game, right? Like you think of Conor McGregor, all these really, really influential people, they're kind of just testing, like, what?
Sorry, did you see what Conor McGregor put on his Instagram story the other day?
No.
He put in, who's the what's the guy he's versing?
Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler. He put in his daily routine, and it was like fucking ice bath, wake up.
Oh,
at
yeah,
3.
no, I seen
And then
this.
the next one was
Yeah,
Conor
yeah.
McGregor's. It was like wake up at 8. No, wake up at 10 in the afternoon. Line of coke, yacht blowjob,
Wait, Conor McGregor posted that. I didn't see that.
yacht blowjob, and all that shit.
And that's why he's probably gonna get fucking mauled in the octagon.
Nah, I know what this
It's
is.
funny.
He's training like a fucking beast,
Right,
right?
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
It's marketing,
I'm like,
bro.
It's like he's I'm like, there's no way he's doing that.
He's
on a
smarter than that.
fly.
Yeah, dude, and he's a great he's a great marketer. Like Dana loves him, bro. Dana's probably like, yeah, thank you, Connor, because he just falls into the like his
Yeah.
brand.
Bro, if you listen to Conor McGregor's interviews, right, he's so fucking intelligent, right?
Yes,
And he read this book, The Secret, and I've been really just reading this book over and over again. And what we were talking about before, the whole chase and attract thing, it's actually when you attract things, it's the law of attraction. It's just like one of the secrets of life. And it's like, it is like some, wishy-washy thing, the law of attraction, but realistically all it is what we just spoke about.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah,
So yeah. But like I was saying with the, you can basically just treat life like a game.
yeah. That's how
Because
I see
no
it.
one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
It's like when I put myself in front of a camera and I say a certain thing or I do a certain thing or it's like, yeah, people might perceive me a certain way, but like, who cares?
Like, imagine you were in a video game and there was an option to scroll TikTok all day in a video game. Would you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or would you level up your character so you can do all the sick stuff in the game? Like, imagine playing GTA and just like, I don't know, like you walk around the streets. Maybe you might buy like the cheapest clothes at the fucking clothes shop. Go back and like, if there was like a mod in the game, for instance, that you could just scroll on your phone. You go and do that, and then that's what you do in GTA.
Well, most kids would do that, right? If there was a scrolling feature on GTA, they'd just do that.
fucking would they blow cars up?
No, they wouldn't, bro. If there was a scrolling feature which gave them algorithm-fed content
True.
that they like, they'd just scroll. Well, kids these days, what are they doing? They're scrolling on their phones more than they're playing games. The game industry is
Facts.
dying off.
Yeah, because it doesn't supply as much dopamine as scrolling does.
Yeah.
It's just a chase for like how much dopamine can you supply someone really?
Mm-hmm.
That's why porn is so huge. But I think scrolling is almost gives you more dopamine than that these days.
100% it does.
It's evening out the competition.
Yeah,
Well, it's not
but
evening out,
it's
if anything,
thinning
it's
out the
fucking
competition.
thinning.
It's thinning it out. It's creating these fucking like zombie like people. It's great for us, but horrible for them.
Fucking parks are dead. The skate parks are dead.
There's no one outside, bro.
Skate parks are just now a hangout area for the junkies. That's
Junkies
all
are
it is
real.
now. Junkies at least get outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking sitting in a ditch. Mate, they're outside, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I've driven past like that skate park with a park, it's just dead because kids don't want to. Fucking
Even
go outside,
Eshays, even Eshays have got the right idea, like going out and just causing a ruckus or whatever, you know.
Oh fuck yeah, bro!
Nah, a lot of them are fuckheads.
Yeah, bro. Yesterday, right? I went for a run yesterday. I think there was multiple occasions where just these goobers, these just fat fucks that were just in like their pajamas in the middle of the afternoon, right? Like taking their bins out. And they're staring at me running like there's something wrong with me. Because like, these guys outside like doing stuff. Like literally giving me like the biggest greasies I've ever seen. I'm like, really? Yeah, because I'm just running down the footpath and they're like taking the bins out like, like looking at me like, what? Like giving me the worst looks.
Dang.
Almost like I'm weird or something because I'm running. You know, because I don't know. I'm
Should have done with a shirt off just to piss them off.
Oh, then they would have like taken photos and shit, bro.
Yeah,
Guy running around, predator running around.
No, they honestly probably thought I was like, I don't know, yeah, like a fucking
Felon running away from jail.
you're running away from cops. That's more normal than just going for a run around, or especially around this area, to be honest.
All right, make gratitude a habit and how to do it. Do you think gratitude is an important trait to have as a guy?
Yeah, 100%. I'm grateful for almost like I was talking about like at the very start of this episode. If you're someone who's just been given everything, it's very hard to be grateful. And I can't stand ungrateful people, bro. It's like the worst trait you can have.
Yeah, facts.
Also, for your mental health, it's horrible.
This is what I'm trying to get at is you have to make gratitude a habit. It's not something you can get it just from life circumstances.
Oh,
but
if
you have to train yourself to be grateful for shit.
100%.
Just have it like, it was always cringe when you heard that as a kid, like, be grateful for this or be grateful for the food.
It's so real, bro.
It's like, oh, shut
It doesn't
up.
sink into later in
It
life.
doesn't sink in. And it's like, you have to wake up and like just everything you are grateful for. I'm grateful for my backyard. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have a roof, an opportunity to buy cameras, an opportunity to make money, an opportunity to do everything that you can to buy the clothes I've got, to have the car I drive. Even if you pay for the fuel, I'm grateful that I'm able to have fuel in my car.
Yeah,
Bro.
think about cars in general. Like that's pretty fucking cool. You can just go anywhere.
Yeah.
Even shopping.
borderline magic.
Even shopping centers. To me, like I was thinking about this the other day. Shopping centers is just the coolest thing. You can walk down the street and buy whatever food you want. Normally, you have to fucking hunt.
Yeah, exactly.
And nearly starve to death if there wasn't any food around.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like that's cool.
Like every day I'm grateful. I've said this to you heaps of times, Nelson, where I can just go to a job, afford this house, and have enough money to buy almost everything I see in a shop, aside from vehicles and like houses. Really, like vehicles and houses are the only thing.
So you've already got a vehicle and a house.
Exactly. So like I can actually like that's crazy to me that you can just do that in this country.
But people are just still gonna
They just let that be their
Yeah.
fucking. They're so ungrateful for it. You know what I mean? Or people that live with their parents are super ungrateful for the fact that they're just under a fucking roof for free. They don't even have to work for it. Do you understand how good that is? Like bro.
Like it just makes life like for your own good.
It's for your
Don't
mental
be
health.
grateful for everyone else. It's for your own mental health. Like
Yeah.
how blissful does life become when you wake up feeling grateful for shit? And it sounds wishy washy and like, oh, well, that's so gay. I'll never get to that state. You really can.
Yeah.
It's just you have to train yourself to wake up. And it's like gratitude journaling a thing. I've never gratitude journaled where it's like you wake up and you list like the 3 things you're grateful
I don't
for or
do
whatever. I think that would definitely help some people.
Yeah.
But for me, it was easy for me to just go bang. Holy shit! I can do this. I have the opportunity to do this.
Yeah, it's just
crazy.
almost like when you're doing something, be like, I've got the opportunity to do this, and a lot of people don't. Just a lot of people don't have a lot of things that you have. You can be grateful for it.
Yeah.
Another big thing is always look on the bright side.
Yeah.
Like I do that heaps. Like just an example. Like most people get 2 days on their weekend. I only get 1.
Yeah.
And other people get 1, and they're fucking complaining to me. They only get 1 day off. It's like better than none.
So,
Like clearly,
I get a day off.
Better than fucking no.
I get a day off. Let's go.
Yeah, just always look on the bright side.
Yeah,
like
bro.
literally.
It's really easy to get stuck in these negative feedback loops of your own.
Pessimistic people, bro. They're the
Oh, dude, it's a
worst.
disease. Get me away from
It's
those
a
people.
disease.
and
It
they
is.
blame other people for that. It's like
Yeah.
they think the world's out to get them. It's like no,
Right.
it's just life.
And they suck the energy out of fucking everything around them too.
Yep.
I can't stand people that are negative around me, especially because like I'm on this high. Like I'm on this
Yep.
high all the time. Like positive energy, positive vibes. Like everything that's happening is good, blah, 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 learning from my mistakes. And there's people like, nah, but this and that. Nah, but this and that. It's not going to work.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, get out of my fucking space, bro. Like, I hate it.
And then it's like when you meet other positive people,
It's
it's
the
rare
best.
to find. It's like a powerful energy. I've always
Yeah.
said this. It's a powerful energy when you find other positive people, and it's just like, it just creates this ultimate force, I think.
Yeah. Even
Power
if you have
Rangers.
to be delusional, bro, it's better than being fucking pessimistic.
Literally, like these fuckwits will call you delusional. It's like, well, I'm happier than you. Shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you're happier being delusional than you are being like, no, but it's not going to work out because, like, this and that, this and that. Like, that's not going to benefit you. As realistic as it might be, it's not going to benefit you thinking like that.
The best people to hang around are the people who enjoy the little things
Mm.
Yeah.
because they're always happy.
Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, I've, like, heard of friend groups. Oh, I've also hung around people so many times that, like you said, you can't enjoy the small things, and they'll just be chasing dopamine. Like, let's go here, let's do this. I want to do this. This isn't good
Oh,
enough.
yeah,
blah blah blah.
facts.
Like, we need to go into this club because there's not enough dopamine where I am. I'm like, let's just chill,
Yeah.
fucking hang out.
Like fucking after we turn about like 18 or no, when we turned 19, when like the whole clubbing thing kind of died down a little bit. No one can go to just the normal piss up with their friends anymore. Not that we go anymore,
Yeah.
but like because they're like, oh, there's not much going on. Like,
Yeah. It's like, what more do you want?
So you're in a room with all your friends, and it's like, oh, this is boring because there's no fucking
Yeah.
random ass chicks everywhere. The music isn't.
isn't raping my ears.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's just.
It's like, what more could you want?
Clubbing is really fucked social settings for people.
Yeah.
It's just not. Boof, boof. Like, it's,
Like, imagine inviting someone like to sit on this podcast for an hour and just talk.
they'd be like.
They'd be like, phone.
episode 1.
Is it music? Is there like this is
cut
enough
back to
dopamine?
cut back to Hayden episode 1.
I'm like, just be like, be like grateful that we've got, you know, that you've got friends that you can just talk with or that are on the same wavelength as you. Don't fucking be searching all this dopamine and shit. Like,
All right, the last point I want to make. And this is more of a practical thing rather than a mental thing. I think it's a mental thing actually. The mindset of working after work.
this is, bro. People do their 9 to 5 and they think that's it. I've said this probably.
Well, it can be.
I mean, it is for 90% of people, but I've always said this in almost every episode. It's just my extended morning routine.
Yeah.
Like, my day starts when I get home from work. Actually, no, it doesn't even start then because I like go to gym and I just consider that like sort of combine that with work. Then I get home from gym. Okay, now business work time. That's my day. It may only be 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you got to be able to work after work. You got to be able to see that as just a morning routine.
I mean, if you want any chance of getting out of your work.
Oh, if you're happy
like,
with your job, sure, fuck whatever. But like
Yeah, but still, like,
99% of people
your
aren't.
job, you just go home and you sit in your ass for like what another 5-6 hours.
yeah, dude, I'm like, these guys have so much time.
Oh, I'm burnt out. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Mate, do you know why our ancestors were doing? They wouldn't stop or they die.
Yeah,
and now
facts.
you have the nuts to sit there and complain you're too tired.
You're burnt out or whatever.
After a fair like tradie, I will say that like that is the trade works. That's tough, but we still worked after.
Bro, I had the hardest job in the entire world, a fucking brickies labourer, and I still come home. After I did 11 hours of that, and I'd still come home and work on my...
Yeah.
Youth market was built off the back of that.
Yeah.
That little 2 hours or 1 hour slither I had a time.
Yeah.
Work 100% of the time. People can't
Yeah.
do it.
Bro, like every time I go on Facebook, I see these things that it's like, what is the hardest trade? It's like this huge debate. Every time that fails, it's kind of satisfying. I just see brickies labourer. Everyone's saying brickies labourer.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking, I couldn't have chose a harder trade, bro. But yeah, like people will say they're burnt out with easy fucking jobs, and that's all they're doing. I used to get home, we'd go to gym. By the time we get back from gym, it's like 8, 9 o'clock. That should be bedtime, but we're like, no, we haven't got any business work done. Sacrifice some sleep to get that done. Like,
Yeah.
we used to do that, 5, even 6 days a week. Like,
Yeah.
Every single
Bullshit,
human in the entire world will be funneled from the schooling system into a job, right?
Yeah.
Will be funneled into the workforce. And then you are provided with two options. You either like go up the ranks, get promotions and whatever, and then just bet your entire life on retirement. So you wait maybe 50 years or something until you retire. Okay? Or maybe 40 years until you retire. And you bank on that one day so you can twiddle your thumbs for the rest of your life.
sounds good.
Or you can use the time after work to build a business or build your own income. So those are the two options you've got. What other options are there? What do you reckon?
Have rich parents, but like, that's out of your control. If you're in control, I don't see any other way out, to be honest, other than just hustling so fucking hard. I have not related more. I've mentioned First Man a lot, just recently because I've been going on like a First Man podcast binge lately.
Yeah.
But I just can relate so hard. Like he used to say, like he did the same thing. He used to go to work 10, 11-hour days, get home, and then he'd like go to the gym, get back, have to do all the house responsibilities, clean up, whatever. And he's like, well, it's bedtime now. But I haven't got anything done with the business. So he used to sacrifice sleep, sleeping 6 hours, 5 hours, even 4 hours, just to get that shit done. He said that was the hardest part of his life. But once he got shot at the other end, he was so grateful that he did that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the part that I'm in now. And I'm like, damn, like it's going to work out. Yeah. And you got to go through a phase where you do that. Like he said he just didn't do anything else. Like he didn't go out clubbing, didn't go out partying, didn't waste time just dawdling. And you got to do that if you want to get anywhere else except for, like you said, just fucking banking on retirement. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that shit.
I know this is going a bit off bullshit, but I can't really relate to the people who work for someone but they're so invested in the job.
Yeah.
It's like you're not getting the outcome of you working harder. You're still getting paid the same.
Yeah, you're
like
getting
there's
paid
people
the
like,
exact same thing.
oh fuck,
Have some self-respect.
oh we must get this done. Oh fuck, it's like we need to make the company more money. It's like, but you're not getting more money. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
That's actually that is
yours.
a slave mentality. That is the exact mentality that slaves had.
Like everyone at work, like they're all like, "Oh, we must get this done." I'm just sitting there kind of like, "Why? Yeah, you're not making any more money." Like I understand, do what is required for your job, but don't like. What's the point of doing any more? And he's been doing this his whole life, and he's like, "Mate, I'm on fucking 90,000 a year." So, you're fucking cool, are you? Yeah, no, he does love his job, I will say that, but it's like, fuck, that's not enough money for me.
I don't even really blame them, right? Because the slave mentality is, if you like go back and listen to it, right? The slave mentality is that you either like just hate being a slave and you go your entire life being a slave, or you just like make the most of it and just try to enjoy it.
If you're set on that and you're not doing anything else, like your job is the only thing you're doing, I'd rather be like that. Honestly, I'd rather delude myself into thinking that this is my business and I'm trying to succeed. I mean, honestly,
happy, though.
I don't know, man, but if you're in the... so I will say this is pretty specific, because if you're in the corporate world, that might help you out because you can get promotions and you can go up the corporate ladder.
Yes.
But our experiences in the trade, like bricklayers, fencers, carpenters, whatever, right? There's the boss and there's the employees.
Yes.
You're not, like, that's it. Like, you're not going to get a fucking promotion.
Yeah.
Try ask for a pay rise. Good luck, buddy. You're not getting it.
Yeah.
No matter what you do.
Yeah. No, I get the whole wanting to level up working for someone, but I just can't. It's just still working for someone. You're not taking home the money. Like, I remember showing my fellow workers what the company makes per year. I'm like showing them, and they're like, what? I'm like, guess. We're taking home fucking how much an hour? This is what they're taking home a year. Like, I can't do it.
I used to always hear it, like, when I was growing up as a kid, promotion this, promotion that. I'm like, this promotion thing's a big deal. I'm like, I need to get in the workforce and get promotions when I'm older. And I'm looking into it. I'm like, in like the usual corporate world, like you get a promotion, you go up at like $5,000 a year. And like, and I was like, you might get 3 or 4 promotions in your life if you work really hard. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's not a good deal.
That's a shit deal, bro.
It's not good. Like, I've never...
You'd be better off starting a side hustle and just like, I don't know, doing some fucking jobs on the side on the weekend.
Make $5,000 a year doing that.
Exactly, bro.
If you are the front man, the boss on literally anything, you can make so much more money. Even if your company... That's why I can't talk right
musicians.
now. Yeah, musicians. They always say you're better to sell 10,000, discs or whatever you call it, CDs. If you're the front man, then fucking 500 million, but you work for a fucking
label or something.
Yeah, because they just rob you.
Yep.
Like you're gonna make more money if you just work for yourself, no matter what you're doing.
It's like the same with UFC fighters. Like UFC fighters will complain about their pay all the time. And they're like, they're trying to win fights. Dana, we need promotions. Dana's the boss. He'll do whatever he wants. He'll do whatever the fuck he wants. He'll grab some He'll grab some Muay Thai fighter from Thailand and just replace you or something. Like, he's the boss. You're not getting your promotion. You might get it, but like, you're better off starting social media. Or
look at Connor. Look at Sean O'Malley. Look at Paddy Pimblett.
Exactly. They saw the opportunity.
They saw it for what it was. Dana's not giving us a pay rise. Okay, whatever. Dana's a cunt, but I need to do something about it.
They did it in their own hands.
And they made a brand. They started selling their own things. took responsibility, started making more money. I'm not saying like UFC fighters are like, obviously like I understand like they work, like they train all day every day. It'd be very hard.
I think they should be getting paid more, but
obviously they should.
No, that I actually don't actually. So I'll take that back because he made a really good point. It's like apparently he did pay fighters a lot of money, but they don't want to fight. You pay them a lot of money. They don't want to fight. They get all this money for doing a one fight. Why would they go back in the ring?
I will say though the sponsorship thing, how they're not allowed their own sponsors on their shorts. It's pretty shit. Like obviously it looks better in the cage when it's all clean crew and you're all wearing the same gear. But like, come on, like at least let them have their own sponsors.
But the thing is though, if you're in the UFC, you get followers these days. You don't really need TV to get your own shit out there because you have Instagram and everything. Fair enough, back in the day when there's no social media. That's what Conor McGregor did. Or anyone really. They just use what's his name? No, with Gymshark. Francis Ngannou. He's sponsored. And he just fucking puts it on.
Yeah, literally. You don't have to wear it.
He's rich.
You don't have to wear it in the ring.
Yeah. You don't like it would help, but you don't need it these days.
Well, even like if you're just some UFC fighter that's not even that good, like Paddy Pimblett. Like I understand Paddy Pimblett's big now, but it was just because of his brand. He wasn't before he even had his debut in the UFC. He had a big personal brand. That's how important it is just to take things in your own responsibility. You just try to do the best for yourself rather than just relying on like your boss or someone to pay you better.
Exactly. Your boss isn't going to do anything, change these business ways to benefit you. He's going to do a benefit him.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
They don't care about you. That's why I don't understand these people that are like getting angry with like the whole government. Oh, everything's too expensive. Yeah. It's like they don't care about you.
Send them an email.
Yeah, they don't get. They're not gonna fucking change it for you guys. They're gonna They want to make more money themselves.
Bro, I saw the dumbest shit. Like it's so stupid. Like I was just when you go on fucking. Because I forgot, like, I've never really gone TikTok, but I forgot how location-based it is. And so it's all just Australian stuff. And I was just countless shit of people complaining about cost of living this, like, I understand it's high. But they're like, look at the price of Nutri-Grain. Look at the price of roll-ups. I'm like, stop buying that shit. A bag of oats is 90 cents. A jug of milk is fucking $3 or whatever. Like, just stop buying this processed shit. Of course it's going to be expensive. Buy some chicken. Buy some steak. Like...
Yeah.
Like, I'm spending $300 on groceries. Like, it's because you're buying shit.
Yeah.
You're buying big brands.
Or it's like, okay, Nutri-Grain's gone up $1. Like, you can't make $1 more.
Yeah.
You're that incapable.
Take some responsibility, bro.
But it's also, they're being dumb because they're yet complaining of how expensive it is of literally everything. Yet they're still buying it. These companies are like, why would I put it down?
This isn't even the company's problem, right?
It's your problem.
But it's also like, send them an email. It's like, there's no one, like, just because it's controlling the uncontrollables.
Exactly.
You're trying to control the uncontrollables. Because you're complaining about Nutri-Grain being $1 more, inflation's not going to fucking go anywhere. Inflation doesn't care. It's the economy, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's just people hate to take fucking responsibility, bro. And that's the problem with our society. Actually, no, it's great for society, honestly. For the people that are on top, it's great. But for you as an individual, like, it's fucking... stop buying this bullshit. And, you know, we're spending so much money. I'm not seeing the effects of fucking price raising whatever at the grocery shop because I just buy real food.
Yeah.
Like a bag of oats is fucking 90 cents. That's never going to change. There's a side rant. Like, unless you're buying bullshit, like...
Yes, government stocks.
It's a bit of a side rant. It had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, I think we will wrap it up there because we're going on. We'll be yapping for a bit. That was how to build mental resilience, a titanium mind, and mental fortitude.
Listen to some David Goggins podcast. You realize how easy your life actually is. Honestly.
Yeah, just grow up. Like, be a man. Stop being a bitch.
You don't need to type up motivational gym videos to get motivated. Just do it.
That's fucking coke, bro. There's motivational. Like, they don't get you motivated.
Are you a man? Like, how I talk in the real world to people, I've got a filter on here. I say, stop being a bitch. Be a man. Get over it. Like, just shut the fuck up.
And the best motivation, if you look like shit and you want to go to the gym, just look in the mirror, bro. If your life is bad enough, it's going to force you to change. And if you're too comfortable, maybe take yourself out of that comfort zone.
And get routine to stick at it.
Get a routine too. Get a routine.
Yeah, to stick at, because people start that shit, but then because they're wandering around the gym, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's where they stop because they don't know what they're doing. Get a routine and find out what you're doing.
Actually, a massive one is find a friend that's a lot more disciplined than you or has their life in check, and just stick by their side. Be like follow what they do.
For people who don't have that.
For people who don't have that. Yeah, so it's hard to find people like
that. At
that.
the end of the day, be a man. Don't be a girl. Don't Like literally just
deep down, what you feel you should do, what your great grandparents would have done during the wars, it's probably best for you.
Yeah. Anyway, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you did, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We talk about a wide variety of tasks on this, a wide variety of topics on this podcast. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoy the